Hey, this is Dre, Tattoo Squid Podcast, here with one of the Dilfs, the dudes in long flannel shirts. I had to put that in my mind. I forgot all about it. You know, and also, and say hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm not wearing my long flannel shirt tonight, unfortunately.
All right, come on, people, stop it, stop it, stop,
Thank
stop.
you, please,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, sit down, sit down. Okay, good. Yeah. So, how's it going?
It's great. It's great. I've got my Christmas shirt. I've
Yeah.
got my Christmas mug. Well, you can't really see. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, I know that's what's hard about these whole background shit.
I know. There's
It's
wine in
just
here, though.
going, hey, oh my hands are gone. It's great for the YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is like the Christmas special, folks. So we are gonna be talking about anything from what's a good Christmas movie, what's your favorite time of Christmas, but a lot of people would say the drinking, but is it always a good Christmas? Is there a bad Christmas? Is there, whatever. And then we'll talk about whatever comes up to mind, like Die Hard,
There
should
you
be another
go.
one, or should Christmas, like, Christmas movies have cursing? I don't know. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta do this. Well, yeah, Scrooged. Scrooge,
Yeah.
that one too.
Scrooged, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that's like, but what would be, in your opinion, what would consider a Christmas movie? Other than the obvious, you got the obvious movies.
Yeah, of course. Die Hard, The Grinch, A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
The main ones. I feel like if the movie wouldn't be able to happen without Christmas, then it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah. What's that phrase? It's not a Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Tower.
And that's exactly how we feel here in this house. Die Hard is the Christmas movie.
I don't, I'm honestly trying to figure out what kind. We always like try to find different movies, and it's not really like Christmassy, but it is something that. But she likes my girlfriend, like certain Christmas movies that is like a little bit older taste, I guess.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like more like the black and white kind of thing. Mine would be the March of the Wooden Soldiers. With the Laurel and Hardy kind of thing.
Yeah, you went way back.
Yeah, I mean, you go old style, old school kind of thing, but then also, the Grinch with Jim Carrey. That's like fucking awesome. I love how this is your motivation, sorry. Yeah.
We watch it every year here. We have to.
Yeah, and then the claymation Christmas shows,
all that, the Rudolph and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna put like the Yule-log. I was gonna get the YouTube thing and put the Yule-log thing in the background and not have. But I figured, my girlfriend's like, "Are you gonna do one on Christmas Eve?" I'm like, I don't know.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I mean it's Eve, likewise, and I'm gonna try to do this like before, if it comes out tonight, or Christmas Eve before we go to her niece's house. And and then all of a sudden, just go to like certain areas, and but do you have like a favorite drink? Now, Spanish people, they like their coquito.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I tried it numerous times, because I worked in Edmonds, and that's all you drink over there.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite drink that if you drink? I mean, if you don't,
Oh, I drink. Drink. This is wine in here.
Oh, there you go.
It's the only way to get through the night. Eggnog. Eggnog and whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's weird.
Yeah, but I used to drink a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. Well, yeah, 4 years. That's a long time ago. But mine was like, if I really want to get into it, it was like Jägermeister.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do Jaeger.
it's an eclectic taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one I could never neglect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, I neglect it. All right. Like at the next day, I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
it's it's to the point. Let's see if we can find like a sound for that one. Actually, yeah, yeah, that's the way it was. It
Yep.
sounds like that. But then every once in a while, you go. I never really get sick, but when you get to that point, you're like, you. What was the other one? Oh well, anyway. Then you get those gassy farts. You know.
Yeah. The next day you got to get the greasiest, dirtiest cheeseburger from the
Yeah,
smallest
yeah,
restaurant.
like this. Like that.
Mhm. Oh,
And then after a while, you're like, all right, let me go Christmas shopping. And then
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
so sorry folks, I had to try this sound thing because a little disconcerting a little bit, but it's all good. I hope you're okay with it.
yeah. For everybody who doesn't know, sound is hard to do on podcasts.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when somebody has not had done it at all.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try a little bit of it. And I've been listening to podcasts like There Is a Better Podcast, and they always try to put like sound stuff in there that really sounds good. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's very good. Trying to do like what was the other thing? Christmas dinner.
Ooh.
Now, is there like a special feast, or do you do like a Christmas story? I'm gonna go get Chinese.
I wish we could just do that, but we have the traditional white family, so we have to have ham and stuffing and green bean casserole and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, my sister did that actually to me on Thanksgiving last month. I got all my shit, go like this, put it on there, got my, mashed potatoes, got my got the turkey and everything else and the stuffing. All of a sudden here she is like, oh, here, try some of this. I'm like, I'm 48. I'm like, why are you doing it like a kid? It's like, well, you need to try some vegetables. Apparently I'm the unhealthiest motherfucker in the world.
Oh,
So hence that's why they're gonna think I'm gonna go, like that. So, but it was like I tried it and I'm like, oh, my girlfriend's like, because I got my sister over here and then my girlfriend's on this side. All of a sudden I eat it, I'm like, okay, all right, it's okay, and they're like, really? You think it's okay? And I'm like, all right, that's it. It's not like I'm gonna have more shit. That's it. It's done. That was just have me more stuffing.
right. Give me the gravy, the saltiest gravy.
Just give me the stuff. Actually hand me the bourbon. I'll put it on everything.
Perfect.
But this like every Christmas that we do is like we go to my brother's house, and then it's just like a fight. It almost looks like the Grinch, movie. Like pretty much all the food is just there. And then there, you get the kids going like, when are we gonna open presents? And then all of a sudden like 5 minutes, and all of a sudden after 5 seconds come by, it's like, oh, now? Like, no, that's 5 seconds.
Like, calm down. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's not gonna like walk up and walk away and then you're like, well, maybe it could be that puppy I got.
None of my presents have barked yet, so I'm pretty upset.
Yeah, I haven't really gone crazy, but I used to do it, like for the nieces, nephews, I'm like, I get this, and now I'm like, what, they're getting older, there, just do that. Here's this, go ahead. Actually, here's a funny story. One Christmas, my nephew was like 5, I think, and well, obviously he was 5, yeah, but my cousin and his wife and their son, they come by and they got a bunch of presents, so they hand one to him and a couple off to everybody else, and all of a sudden he opens his and it's a DJ record spin like ones and twos and all that. And I'm like, oh fuck shit. And I'm like, oh, and then my brother did not even seen it yet. He's looking, he goes, what'd you get? I'm like, you got the 1 and 2s.
Oh man.
And all of a sudden he goes, that's what he said. He went, oh man. Like, shit. And then he goes, man, we're gonna have to hear this over. And it had the microphone, it had
oh boy.
and especially the needle going,
Yeah.
And it actually goes like this. So I love this sound thing. Goddamn.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I said to my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, look at this. Like, like, oh shit. What the fuck? Hey, let's play Mario. Oh, this was right up your alley. There you go.
Yeah. Just gonna punch some blocks real quick.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, but okay, let's get into that actually. We call it. So does all you guys do video gaming like online? Like
3 of us do. Sorry, I got a beard hair in my mouth. It's gross.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I got that done.
Yeah. Yeah, I play Xbox hardcore. I love Xbox. Andrew from Canada, he plays PC, a little bit of Xbox, but he's PC Master Race. And then Ben, I believe, just plays on his phone, and Jason just plays with himself.
Oh. There you go.
That's Jason right there. Yeah. He doesn't have time for the games because he's playing with himself.
Folks, you gotta love these sounds. Anyway, so so now, all right, one of them's in Canada. It's like all of these in different states.
Yeah, we're all completely different. I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
Andrew's in Canada. Ben lives in Pennsylvania, and Jason lives in Texas.
Or Neb.
Yeah, Neb. Neb is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's backwards, folks. You got just follow.
We've actually changed his name in our group chat to Neb.
And Neb. What's his last name? Eula. Where's he from? His anus.
That's right. Yeah, Ben has not been able to make it to an episode yet due to scheduling conflicts, but he is working on it.
I know that sucks though. I mean, I never really had a group part, because then wasn't sure where one starts and one ends.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad, knock on wood, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad. I'm hoping there was like a thing, knock on wood, on the sounds. But anyway, yeah. It's like, I do about myself, and I'm like running shit around. But be nice to have like other people, to take up the slack.
Yeah, it definitely helps. And if you listen to the episodes, you obviously hear that Andrew and I are the 2 funniest. And then Jason kind of pops in. We just got Jason a new microphone ordered, so his audio is going to be better, and he's going to be more of the episode. And Ben will hopefully be there.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Jason. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, congratulations, buddy. You've been promoted.
You got that microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried one of those lapel. What do they call them? Those that goes in your thing, like you see them on TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, folks. He's not fading into existence.
I was going back on the Christmas card.
Yeah. He's like, I forgot something. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's like me. I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me go grab this big guy.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm not going to play the darkness, thing from the Metallica. So,
yeah, we actually had an old podcast. Originally, it was called Cerebral Overload, and that was where we got our start. We had about 8 years on that show.
Oh, nice. That's what I want to try to get to. I want to try to do like 10 years of this.
Yeah, it wasn't 8 consecutive years because scheduling is hard, but we had 4 good seasons, and we finally decided it was time to hang up the tech hat and bust out the new one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And it's made a huge difference already because Ben has been to none of them.
It's like he's helping, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's there in spirit.
It works with the opening because sometimes Ben.
So I heard on your episode that the one episode I heard, I think the one before, you've got my buddy Rick, Piggly Dog.
Piggly. Yeah, he got a hold of us to do a Christmas song for him.
Yeah.
Or a Christmas reading, not really a song. We can't sing. Good God.
Oh, you too. I did the same thing as well. You know, I did the origin of the Christmas tree.
Oh, nice. We did "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" and
Yeah,
titled
I
it.
heard. I was listening to it. I was like, nice.
Yeah, "'Twas the Night Before Dilfsmith" for us.
Yeah, I think you were right after Chat Smashes.
Yeah.
The snowman, you know, Frosty the Snowman. And folks, if you haven't heard the raunchy part, they didn't put that in there. They're gonna make it a little PC,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or PG actually. Yeah, that's why he edited my shit.
Yeah.
because
we had to be good.
because honestly, oh, what the fuck, I can't remember. I started off with like, you know, they the Christmas trees, you know, came from Walmart, came from this, you know. And you know, if you really want to get a real tree, just go out there and chop the ones out in the backyard, and then you get all the trimmings. You know, hey, you got the latex, you know, underwear, and you put it on there. It's edible, you know. And then it's like, oh, you know, and you know, and the elves, you know, they come around for the Christmas, you know, was it the candy cane, or that's what Santa calls his lower extremities, you know. It's like they call that the candy cane, you know. And then but then they have elves, they got aliens that brought the Christmas tree. It's called the hallucinogenic Christmas tree, you know, hence the aura that goes around it. And he like edited that out. I'm like, oh dude, that was so fucking good.
I know. He told us it had to be clean for the kids, so we couldn't make it as much as we wanted.
Oh man, I gotta see if he has that thing of me. We call it doing. I gotta put it on. I wish I had. I could put it on this one. Like I don't care. I put kids on there. I said nope. You know, what's that thing in the corner? Not restricted, but that's like
explicit content.
Yeah, the explicit. I put explicit on there. You know,
Yep.
for like the anchor, and I'm like explicit.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Yeah, especially with the like oh fuck this, fuck that, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually we call it, and then if anything, you have to like, you know, find a sound that goes like, oh, I won't be able to find it. But then, you know, you're gonna have them coming up and say,
Shut up!
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, oh crap. But
our new show is actually tame compared to our old one. And we used to have people email in and complain to us that we were way too raunchy.
See, that's one when I don't care what people think of it, you know, it's just like it's me having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I may poke fun. That's why I don't do the religion. I don't do the politics.
Neither do we.
You know, and like we were talking about before, and everybody knows it because I said this like numerous times, and I'm not going to repeat it, but everybody knows what it is. And but for me, I like to have fun with it. You know, talk about this. You know, movies, whatever comes to mind, and then just roll with it. You know,
yeah.
I mean, that's why they got the explicit on there. So that way, you know, kids of like 10 years or, you know, 15 years and lower, you know, doesn't have to go like, you know,
he said a bad word.
What'd you say? Well, that squid guy said it. And I can say it too. You know, next thing you know, then next, oh wait, where the hell did it go? Oh man, I had a good fucking thing on here and I can't fucking find it. That's what happens with this shit.
Yeah.
But no, we could oh, you sons of bitches. Well, anyway, see, that's why I'm doing the cursing, folks. You know, where are you FBI agents? But yeah, well anyway, folks, you know, it's one of those things. And oh, here you go, you're in red, you know.
FBI, open up!
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna get that one time. We were talking about some deep cover shit, and all of a sudden our episodes disappeared, and we thought for sure the FBI took us down.
Oh my god, you know. Can they fucking do that though? I mean,
I don't know. We were a little off key, and we were kind of nervous.
I mean, there's like people that would go and drink and be drunk on there and then just like fuck this shit. I don't know. You know.
Yep.
and just go bonkers,
Yeah.
but that's how it goes. And I'm like, so all right, so we did a Christmas dinner. What's the best time of Christmas do you feel is in your family, I guess?
Christmas morning. It's got to be like first waking up and going out and just being able to spend time together.
But I mean, do you do like breakfast first and then go in, or do you go in it and then have breakfast?
Usually it's like we show up and we eat like it's food. But this year, my fiance and I just had our son 6 weeks ago today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very excited. And this is our first Christmas together as a family, obviously. So we're doing it at home this year instead of rushing up to see our other families.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, we're going to wake up and probably eat a little bit, have some coffee, unwrap presents, and then go see our families.
Yeah, that's yeah, because what we usually, well, when I, me and my mom and dad and my brother and sister, we always we wake up and it's always like, because you're probably gonna have that point where your youngest is gonna be like going up to your bed and you're like, can we go? Can we go?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, 5 minutes, we didn't wake up yet. It's like, okay, can we go? And then that's what we used to, it's like every 5 minutes, like, okay, hold on. And then we get down there and we're like, yeah. He's like, no, you can wait for grandma. Fucking shit. But we didn't say that. We didn't say fucking shit. Grandma was saying that.
As a kid, it was wake up and just boom, presents. Like my brother and I would rush to the living room and start separating everything and like waiting on mom, like, come on, get the fuck up. We're ready. Like, hurry up.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Wake up.
Yeah. Oh man. It's like, you want to go in and have like you just want to open those presents and tear into it. And I'm like, that's like awesome. It's like, oh. And the smell of the wrapping paper just being torn, you're like, oh.
Yeah. That sound.
It's like that moaning thing, but I'm not doing it. No, I'm not putting that on. But no, but then it's like you open it up and you're like, all right, now stop. No. Anyway.
It's me, Mario.
And that's when you go and have your video game. They should have a thing where you stop it and stop.
Yeah.
Instead of just completely going on.
That was me in the 90s opening up an N64.
So
we'll roll with that.
Yeah, it's like actually, yeah, what was the very first video game console, or actually whatever you played games on? Yeah.
The first console I owned was Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And I still have
Nintendo, not the regular Nintendo, just
no. I had Super Nintendo and then I had N64.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I have both of those still.
Yeah, I got a couple. I got Super Nintendo. Oh shit! Because I have a friend of mine that has a video game store.
Oh, nice.
And so he has like the games and all that, and they were in a flea market, and I would go down there and I'll see what kind of games they got. They got ColecoVision. They got,
oh man,
yeah. I mean, I'm going way back. They got ColecoVision. They got Nintendo. They got Nintendo with the fucking gun for duck hunt. And then and folks, and if there is like like teenagers or 18-year-olds that's listening to this, Nintendo was the shit. You had to blow into the fucking thing to make sure it worked. Yeah, that was your fix it. That was it. If you didn't have no breath, and then it wasn't fixed.
And it said do not blow into cartridge, which you're like, you're fucking stupid. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden now you find out, you gotta get like the ear
the Q-tips. Yeah.
You get the Q-tips, and then you grab like some kind of like alcoholic dab and you do like that. And then you get it done. But then you graduate from that to like Super Nintendo to what the fuck? Xbox, PlayStation, then Xbox.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then,
oh my God. When I was a kid, this is gonna date me back too. For people that don't remember, we rented a PlayStation 1 from the video store.
Yes.
We were too poor to afford it.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh
Like my dad came home with a VCR that he spent like $700 on, and he was like, "This is the fucking shit. Look at this."
Oh, speaking of VCR, folks, we're going back a ways, man. We're doing a whole Christmas back a ways here. So VCR. What was the very first movie?
Oh,
the
man,
very first movie for the VHS. Yes, folks, VHS. It's spin around with the fucking pencil too. When you have a chance.
The first one my mom got me because I was too young was Titanic, and it was a 2 cassette tape.
Mine, I think we rented from the video store. Not online. We didn't have online. Didn't come around until like what 91, 2, maybe. I think.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, but like even cell phones. But I mean, for me, like my first movie was Three Amigos.
Wow. That's shit. Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin. Martin Short. And what the hell was the other guy? Steve Martin Short. I just know only the pelvic thrust move.
Yeah.
But then it was that and Weird Science.
Oh man.
Weird Science. I'm like, and then you should be like, oh, you mean Star? No, not Star. I didn't even get into Star Wars. We're watching that like when it was on TV. That shit came on TV and you're watching it. We didn't get like the movie part until whatever. And even when you find out about video games, you could play movies on video games. You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right.
It's like, holy shit. And people, that's money right there. I tell you, that's money, So
cha-ching.
Cha-ching. But it's like but then all of a sudden, you're talking about like that censorship stuff, that's oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
That's nice. That's
there
nice.
you go. There you go, FBI. There we go. You. So, my girlfriend's like, "Oh my guy's having too much fun with that thing." Yeah, I am. Wait till we get to the Looney Tunes part. Anyway, no, but we had that, and it was crazy. You had the VCR. And then the DVD, and the DVD was like a whole process on its own and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you escalate from when you're doing Christmas. Christmas, like when you're younger, you got the trains, you got the G.I. Joe figure, like the big one. I mean, I'm talking way back when I was like younger. It was like, the one that had the fully clothed stuff, and you could take the clothes off, and I'm like, we're in the porno world or something. I'm like, I don't know. It was crazy shit. And then you got the Hess trucks, and it's like, oh, you shouldn't say that. Okay, fine. But still, and then you just go on to like having more different shit. But then you go to your families, you go to your relatives' house too. You're like, oh no, you had your Christmas stuff, now we're gonna get more presents.
Mm-hmm. It's usually clothes for me.
Yeah, oh, I know. Now when you're older, you're getting clothes, you get socks, underwear, whatever.
I'm so happy. I love socks and underwear now.
Yeah. Oh,
they're so expensive.
I need some more.
Right.
But actually, my mom and dad, which is kind of funny about it, because they know I'm a horror person. And it's like, that's all you watch is horror. I'm like, no, I watch like action, like comedy and all that, but my preference is horror,
Mm-hmm.
And I think one Christmas they got me Nightmare on Elm Street shirt, and Halloween every day should be Halloween with the Halloween Michael Myers.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm looking for the Michael Myers one. But everything's in different colors. What the fuck? You sons of bitches, just give me something. But I'm hoping you're having fun, because I'm having a lot of fun. But as it is, so tell us about the DILFs, dudes in long flannel shirts.
The DILFs. Yeah. So like I said, we had an old podcast called Cerebral Overload, and we were tech based. So we were supposed to talk about technology, but it never happened for very long because it's boring. So we would get off topic, and it was just a whole thing. So after a while, we finally got together in one of our meetings and we said, we need something new. And after about 3 days of coming up with names, I said, what about DILFs? Give me some acronyms. Like, let's make it something. And Ben, surprisingly, was the one that was like, dudes in long flannel shirts. I was like, I fucking love it. Like, I don't know why, but that's perfect.
Yeah.
So everybody went out and got flannel shirts. We got a logo made. We made some openings. And now we've been able to come together every week and discuss whatever the hell we want with whoever we want.
Yeah, we could, folks, if you understand the whole, the DILFs and everything else, yes, you know where I'm going with this. You got the MILFs, you got the GILFs, now you got the DILFs.
That's right. We couldn't do dads because one of us is not a dad, Jason, unfortunately. So we just decided dudes in long flannel shirts.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you ever had that process where you try to think of a name and everybody else has that fucking name almost?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, what the fuck, really? What should we do now? I don't know. Let's drink on it. Okay.
That was the process. We had like 4 different names chosen, but they were already taken. And finally, DILFs. I mean, every social media had it. Nobody had a podcast about it. I was like, this is going to be perfect. It's going to draw them in, and they're going to find out that we're funny as fuck, and they're going to stay.
Yeah.
So far, they have.
I know. I was trying to think of mine, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like Ghostbusters, like when you were watching Ghostbusters. No, was it Ghostbusters 2 actually? And they're like trying to figure. Now, folks, if you haven't seen Ghostbusters 1 and 2, you've been living underneath a rock. So this might be a shocker for everybody. That with Ghostbusters 2, there was a ooze that is psychokinetic that goes with your emotions, or if you're angry, it bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
If you're horny, it bubbles. Whatever. And
that's how I got a son.
He used the ooze.
That's right.
So, that's where we're not going to go into that, folks. You've probably seen that in a health class. So just watch out for the dummy. Anyway, so yes, you might have to kiss it. Anyway, getting to the old so with Ghostbusters, there's, like I said, the ooze, and then there's like this Babylonian kind of king that died, and he got beheaded, disemboweled, and this, and burned to the stake, and whatever you could think of that could be mean to somebody, it's been done. And they're trying to find some way to get New York, which is basically, if people don't know what New York is like every person that could be mean to everybody else and would walk over you rather than try to pick you up.
Oh yeah.
But that's their way. But they are not heartless, but they do have a heart of gold when it comes to New York. So that's what they're trying to get. They're trying to get the whole thing out, because New Year's Eve, everybody in New York City gets down there, sings, has bands playing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to figure something pure and something that can get the people together. And then they look down. And the whole reason I'm putting all this together, folks, because I'm trying to tell you my fucking name. So, basically, that's why I took it from Ghostbusters. I'm looking, they look down and they see the Statue of Liberty. And then I look down my own license plate and I saw a tattooed squid. And it was on my license plate. So that's, I'm like, because I've seen friends of mine, they run a flea market. So they had, it's called Keys Love Jewelry. So, my friend's wife, we call it, she had in our car Keys Love, like on for a license plate. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. How much are you, oh, okay, cool. And then got that done, but I had tattoo squid, because figuring I have a tattoo of like an octopus, but squids are a little bit more meaner.
Yeah.
And tattoo wise, by name, just like TA2 is a little shorter, and shorter for the license plate. It wasn't supposed to be shorter for the podcast, but I think everybody else had some kind of tattoo kind of squid thing or whatever, which I found out there is a Squid Talks.
Oh.
So, but I talked to that guy, I had him on the show, and he's the guy's name is Billy. Awesome guy. Actually, I haven't written anything down. I usually write shit down here. Squid Talks, honorable mention. And what I said before, there is another podcast there. Well, something like that. A better podcast.
And Piggly Dog.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, can't forget them.
And
great show.
But yeah, have you listened to Chat Smash though too?
I have not yet.
Oh my God! When you do, I'm not gonna warn you. I'm just gonna tell you, we call it that. When you do listen to it, you're gonna go on a ride. You're definitely, even though you're gonna ride when you listen to Piggly Dog as well.
Yeah.
So Piggly Dog has their the Piggly Dog store.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go and see or listen to Chat Smash, they have a restaurant called the Gravity Grill, which is out in space. And so there's three blokes from the UK, and there's this guy Finn. you listen to it like, what kind of voice is that? And then there's Vinny, and then there's Big Foss, and it's just like hilarious. And even to the point when you listen to it, the guy Finn is talking, and he says something that's so fucking weird that it makes the other two just crack up. And like, we don't know what we're supposed to do next, So it's like mayhem ensued. But,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like, and Piggly Dog, and I love how he makes his own character names, and and I tried doing that with like Frankenstein, but see what happens on that. And then so like what else is there? So we talked about movies, eating, going to families. Have you done like I know you say you don't sing, but have you gone and look around for the Christmas lights like around your neighborhood? Or
oh yeah, that's a tradition for sure. You got to go around and drive and see all the cool houses.
Yeah. But you live in like a house. You don't really have like an apartment.
No, we have a house.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we're in a good neighborhood. Our neighborhood decorates for Halloween better than any holiday. Like, our whole neighborhood has been in the paper many years for all the decorations we all have.
Oh yeah,
it's sweet.
I mean, we we're hoping to have a house by next year, so that way I can fucking decorate like crazy. I mean, I do decorate. Me and my girlfriend decorate over here, but now it's like we have an apartment like up top, so it's like you're very limited on what you can do. Same thing for Christmas. You can do all the decorations you want to do. Like indoors, we do a lot, and outdoors, we do somewhat a lot, but not go too crazy, because folks and kids, there's electric bills.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to go too big, even though Clark Griswold goes a little bit overboard, to the part where he almost has an airplane that comes down on his roof.
Yeah, that's the benefit of timers.
A squirrel in the Christmas tree as well. And Chrissy Brinkley. Well, no, that's a different movie.
Yeah.
Chrissy Brinkley is in the very first one. Where he's eating, you do sandwiches.
Yeah.
Or pea or something. I don't know. But what else is there? Christmas songs. So do you prefer a certain Christmas song, or is it just like, we'll just play everything?
Basically, we just let it play. Turn on Star 105 is the station around here. They play Christmas music from like the day after Thanksgiving till a little after Christmas.
And Drew Carey is on the show. No, because he's from Ohio.
That's right.
O-H-I-O. The only reason why know that because I've seen a wrestler fucking do that. We call it, I don't know if you follow wrestling or not, but
When I was a kid, yeah.
so I mean, yeah, I guess I'm the only one that
No,
does. But
there's
no,
too much
everybody
now.
else does. But like I was talking to there was like a podcast like last week, and we were talking about like the Chris Benoit thing, and
Oh, Chris Benoit.
it's like it's like a whole bunch of shit going on, and we're just talking about this. Oh, what's your favorite this and this, and one of the guys took us on like a journey. He was driving his car, like, and he had the phone, and he goes, all right, follow me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? He goes, dude, we're on this podcast. What the hell are you doing? I need flaming hot Cheetos and Red Bull.
Yeah. Takis. That's where it's at.
I was like, what the fuck? I tried to do the one chip challenge, and I was going to, and I'm like, do I really want to sit on the toilet? And
I have the chip in my cupboard. I haven't been able to do it yet.
oh shit.
I know. I love hot challenges, but I don't want to. I need time afterwards, and I just don't have that.
If you do this on your show, I swear I want to be on that show just to be on there just to see it happen.
All right, we'll make that happen then.
Because we could. You heard us here, folks. He's gonna do the one chip challenge one day. I don't know, maybe next year.
Yeah, definitely next year. Our next episode we've already got planned out, and it's pretty packed full of a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So new year.
I don't think ahead. I just grab whoever, and then that's it. Like this is like the only time I this episode it's gonna be the only time I try to get it done in today.
We don't usually plan, but there's some important topics we want to talk about to kind of wrap up 2021. So we've planned ahead a little bit for it.
Yeah, well, that's good. We could, I try to, and I'm glad, and I'm glad that you came along and said, let's.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
Like folks, we could, I asked like numerous people, well, not numerous. I mean, I put it out there. I put it on Twitter. Just follow podcast Tattoo Squid, and also follow Dilts. The Dilts. Dilts Cast.
That's it.
I remember. See, that's like the only time I remember one.
That's okay.
But it's the only one. No, I'm just kidding. But we call there's other podcasts you can follow everywhere, and you go on Twitter, and you won't be disappointed. There's like a lot of shit out there. But I put a thing out there saying, I know it's like 2 days before Christmas Eve. Can somebody come on? I want to do a Christmas episode. I haven't really thought it was like a last minute shit. And then Ty and Dilf came right in and gave me like a Christmas message to put in there and whatnot, and it's perfect. We can go not dude perfect, but perfect. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, that was my old question. Have you gotten like sponsors or?
We do have a sponsor, actually. We are in the process of that. We've just finalized all the details. I can't talk too much about them yet until it's official, but we do have a sponsor, and they are, the best way to put it is fucking fantastic, because they are very vulgar.
Vulgar. Okay.
Yeah,
it's not Dennis Leary.
Okay. No, it's not Dennis Leary, but they're literally their whole marketing scheme is vulgarity.
What kind of sponsor is it? Oh, folks, see, it makes you think now. It's like a thinking, Squid, Tattoo Squid. It's a thinking podcast. It's like, it's like, oh, okay, replenish. That's what I'm doing. Replenish. Fucking
there it is.
Shit. God, that's what happens with that whole background. Come on. Replenish. There
it is.
All right.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of ads to record. Quite a bit of ads to record for them, and a lot of publicity to do, but they are a very big sponsor for us. They have done a substantial amount in a very short amount of time.
Because I tried I tried a lot. Let's see what I tried out for. I tried coffee. I tried Nintendo of America.
You know,
because I honestly want to get a Nintendo Switch because I don't want to pay for it. And
I love my Switch.
I want to try it with do you have like the Switch where you can bring on the airplane and it has like the thing that goes on the wall?
Oh,
What the hell what do they call those? Oh, folks, help me out here. What the fuck is it? You have the screen that comes down and like a projection.
no, I don't have a projector for it.
Yeah, they have a Nintendo Switch projector thing. It's like a very mini kind of thing, and
That's cool.
And you know where I found this out from? Again, wrestling. Wrestling is great news footage. Xavier Woods. No, I got to put it on the thing here. Xavier Woods, and he does a thing called up, up, down, down. Your boy, we call it on there. We call it it could be Neb or Neb. There you go.
Neb.
He'll probably know about this. We call it it's like up, up, down, down, which is part of the arcade game, people. The up, up, down, down codes. And he did a thing, and he has like the Switch, and he goes on wrestling tours, and he plays like on whatever. And folks, if you heard that sound, that's me burping. So it's no rumble. What else? So trying to figure out here because I know. Well, what is anything else you want to talk about? Like anything that comes to mind, or you want to like plug something, or
I don't have any plugs. Good pods. I don't know if we've talked about them at all.
No. I mean, I did. The only thing. Well, let's go with a good thing about it. Good Pods. People, you go to Good Pods. It's a place where all podcasters can put their pride and joy on the thing, and it's like a no platform, but they got listings, so where you go and say, okay, I listen to this podcast and I listen to this, and it's like friends that listen to it. And then you got another thing where whatever your podcast is, like, I didn't know what mine would be categorized as, because my shit is like all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you have an all over the place, fucking section? And they're like, well, we can make one up. And that's what's great about it. They can make sections for that fits certain people. You got your crime podcast, you got your what's the other one? For motor vehicles, like how to fix your motor vehicles, they got a section for that. How to put on lipstick, I don't know, but whatever it is, they got something for somebody. Strippers,
ton of categories.
And I think mine is under leisure and hobbies.
Oh, see, we're under comedy.
Yeah. Some people got comedy, some got drama, some craziness.
Last week we were top 15 in comedy last week.
Yeah,
that was nice.
The only thing I have, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about podcast. I'm not bad about Good Pods. It's like, whenever you get like an email that tells you where you're at, you're like, oh, I'm number 2 in this one, I'm number 5 in overall. I never got anything like that.
I haven't gotten any emails.
Oh, okay. So it's not just me then. Okay, cool.
I have to go and look and verify every night
because you see on there that you are like number 15, you're number this and this, but they don't send it, and they do send you well, not you, but I mean they do send other people, like, and I seen it, it's like, oh, you're number 2, you're number, I can understand if it's like the top 5 or top 10, but then there's people like, oh, you're number 63 and this, and you're number 98, and I'm like, I know I hit those fucking numbers,
right?
And I actually did message them. I'm like, listen, I hit these numbers and I didn't get an email. I'm like, how do you know when it's like, oh, the leaderboard thing, we take the email from what you have on your thing. And I'm like, okay, the only thing I got emails from was like, oh, this is what your friends are listening to.
Yeah.
And that's it. And he's like, oh, well, okay, we're sorry, but we're going to try to fix it, next year. So I'm hoping it's in 2 weeks, not like next year in the middle.
Right. That's the one good thing is I've messaged them about a few things and they've responded very quickly.
Yes,
and
yes, they have. And then
they're good about that.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. And I've discovered a lot of people from there too. That and Twitter has been really good for us.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, people, if you're going to do a podcast, if you do a podcast, the place to go to do it, you go to Twitter. Even though you're not a Twitter person, I wasn't a Twitter person.
I am not a Twitter person.
Yeah, I mean, there's people still not a Twitter person. They just let somebody else do it. And I wasn't a Twitter person. I started out doing a little bit of Twitter, but I didn't know what the jargon, the lingo, what to say, this and that. How you retweet, why you have to retweet it, I mean, I didn't know it. And then all of a sudden after, I'm like, I got a podcast, and I'm like, okay, I'll go on Twitter. Okay. And then that's what I did. And I did that. And then you meet, like you said, you meet a lot of people that's been in the game for like, I met Soul Wizard podcast, and they've been in the game for like 9 years. And they go to conventions, they go here, numerous people, Drunk Theory, any kind of podcast that does anything different, Piggly Dog,
Piggly Dog,
Dills, and you go and search it, and they retweet. And was it Mondays and Fridays? Basically is like motivation kind of, no, Tuesday and Fridays, I'm sorry. So like Tuesdays and Fridays, they would go and retweet or tweet out pretty much any podcast that is friends of yours. And like, I'll put you in there, and like that, and I just check, and I'll go and put like letters in, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, friends, and I'll just tag everybody. And it's usually like, you can go 1 section, 2 section, 3, 4, whatever, until you can't go anymore.
Yeah.
And then everybody else, and then may retweet that, and it gets around, and it does.
It does. It really does.
To the point where like I look at Anchor, and I'm at like 1900, like they call it a plays. So not like downloads like when you go to Apple or like anybody else, but I go by Anchor, and they have like 1900 plays, and they said that's the equal to being downloads, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I love Anchor. That's what we use too to host our podcast now.
Oh, cool, nice, yeah. So
very nice.
We're roomies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then you can and I don't know the format. I forgot the commercial part of it, but it's the easiest way to make a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then people, if you don't know, and I want to reiterate, if you don't mind, we're gonna talk about Anchor and all that. So Anchor, basically, you don't have to do shit. Only thing you have to do is make the episode, do the commercial that they want you to do. Like they give you a format of the commercial. You do it. All you gotta say from word to word, and then put whatever ad lib kind of thing in there, And then if you're a master editor of the whole thing, which I am not, you're just going to hear my voice going like la 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 la, like that. Then you got people going like, "Hey, welcome Sunday, like whatever," and it sounds like you're at like a monster truck rally. And whatnot. So you go like that, and you put it on there, and then you do your episode, and you submit it, and then you put like, oh, season 1, the first episode, explicit. Yeah. Or if it's not explicit, then you put regular, I guess. And then you go and submit, and then it goes on there, and they find different categories, not categories, but different platforms that they put you on, and which is good. They like like Breaker or Apple Podcasts,
Mhm.
Google Podcasts, whatever you name it, Spotify.
Yeah. Which you can
And
rate on Spotify now.
yeah, you can rate on Spotify.
That's nice.
Which I've been doing a couple of times, and I think I did yours. I rated yours on 5.
Thank you.
And then and which was like funny because have you ever gotten like a besides the usual podcast people, that we all know, that we follow and everything else, and there's like that one person that you do follow, but you don't really remember, but then and this happened to me today, and I love the fact that I've seen it, and there's a person that's on there. It's like listening to Tattoo Squid podcast or the Twitter handle podcast Tattoo Squid, and is very much enjoying the episode. Going to listen to more. I'm going to check out different stuff, and I'm like, and that hit me right there. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, I love that shit.
I know.
You don't really see that much because there's other people that your peers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they do listen to it, and it's cool. But then there's somebody that you don't really talk to.
Yeah, it's really like heartwarming in a way, just to see the support from people that you don't talk to every day. Sometimes you don't even know, but they're listening and they're supporting you.
Yeah,
like it's the podcast community is fan-fucking-tastic.
And it's not even like podcast community. Then you get the horror community, or you have the action community, or whatever they're doing. It's like people that watch this type of movie or do Broadway shows or whatever. Speaking of Broadway shows, you look like the type of guy that goes to a Broadway show.
I've been to a few.
Yeah. So have you seen the Beetlejuice Broadway show?
No, but I would kill to see it.
Oh my God. I went, when was that? I think it was like 2 years ago. I think it was like a year before COVID. I think it was.
Oh,
way before. I think it was a year or 2 years before COVID. And I saw this on a commercial, and I'm like, Radio City, well, not Radio City Music Hall, but it was in that vicinity area. And I'm like, oh my God, I would go and see this. My girlfriend's like, really? It's a Broadway show. And I'm like, I would
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'm like, it's fucking Beetlejuice. I mean, I would go. And she surprised me with like birthday. We call it where 2 tickets, Beetlejuice and all that. She goes, listen, this is some money. This better be good. and we get there, and we did the journey. And folks, I live in Long Island, so the journey is like an hour. So we get there and everything else. We get online and blah blah blah. Go and you get in and you find seat. And folks, it's like, it's not like you're like, oh, I'm watching the movie, reclining seats. No, this is like old style fucking seats. I mean, you're crunched in there. If you're like 6'8", your knees are gonna be right here. And word to the wise, do not bring kids.
Oh God, no.
No, because they see Beetlejuice, and it's like, oh, it's a fun thing. They did a cartoon, and it's like, we're bringing the kids. It's gonna be that. No, it's not. It's definitely not. I think this is when Trump became president.
Oh man,
I think that was the time period. I think it was when Trump became president, and the actors on the stage, one of them was like, hey, and they said something that's like, we're gonna have a great time, and you're gonna have a great time, and we're not gonna build a fucking wall, and all of a sudden, and I swear to God, Ty, there is like, me and my girlfriend are sitting like right here, like we're right, well, you can't see because of the background shit, but so they like right in front of us. It's like we have 2 of us, and then you look at the seats in front, and then there is obviously just the father, and then there's like 2 kids, like there are 2 kids in the middle, and they were like 8 years old, 8, 5 or whatever, and then all of a sudden, then there's the mom, and then there's the guy who's like, oh, it's like, where are we going? Oh, look at this fucking shit, and they were just going back and forth. And all of a sudden after you see the mom and dad just like in the shadows going like just slowly turning and moving each other. Like, and I'm looking at this, I'm like right in the middle of them, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, they're thinking like, what the fuck did we just do? You know, and then the kids are like, yeah, you know, whatever, you know, and then you go and you do your intermission, you know, and your intermission is like, you know, $150, and all you get was Pringles, Kit Kat, a shot of whiskey, and soda. And that was it. And we didn't even do like the double shot.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like, but honestly, it is like the phenomenalest fucking thing I ever seen. I would go, and they said they're doing it again, actually.
Nice.
So if you do get a chance to go, you know, fuck the whole thing, COVID, whatever, just go and see it.
Yeah.
You know, they have it going on, just go. Even if you're in Ohio, you know, make the trip. That's it.
Noted. We'll keep that one in mind.
Oh, I got right down Beetlejuice, and put that one in there. Also, if you haven't noticed, I do well, this is gonna be more of like a Christmas you know, poster thing. So that's what I usually do. I do like a poster for like every episode. And folks, if you've seen it, I know people on Twitter has seen it, and they love the fact that, because whenever I do an episode with somebody, they're like, I can't wait to see the poster that this guy does. And I do like some, you know, it's just like, I'll send you certain pictures of like ones I already did, and I try whatever we talk about or whatever theme it is, I try to do a theme with like said person, like yourself, or like the five guys, you know, five of you, whatever, and then put you like in a certain scenario, and then put me in a certain scenario, and play it out like that, like a Christmas kind of thing or something.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
Christmas hats or whatever, and you know, hell, get a Xavier Woods just, you know, like you know, you know, and Beetlejuice somewhere in there as well, you know. I mean, that's all I that's all I wrote down as it is, as I will mention. But you know, it's a Christmas thing, so
Yeah,
you know, it's all about people enjoying Christmas, having a great time, you know, drinking bourbon somewhat. Any plans? I mean, I know you, I think we said about that, but I mean, like for Christmas Eve, do you do Christmas Eve or you do Christmas?
oh, we do Christmas.
Oh, okay. So Christmas Eve is like more like family, like yourselves.
Yeah.
And then Christmas
We go see everybody else. And
okay, yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes they just, you know, people do it differently, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, and then that's what we're gonna probably do. We're going to nieces and this, and you know, we got my brothers, and then you know, Sunday it's a national regular day. You know, and then you got waiting for New Year's, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, New Year's. What were you planning on doing for New Year's? You just staying home actually?
We're actually going to our friend's house way up in Michigan.
Oh, there we go.
It's not that far, but
Nah,
we gotta talk shit about Michigan.
Yeah. Michigan State, you know.
Yeah. Fuck
The
'em.
armadillo. No, it's kidding. No, wait,
Yeah.
that's not even that one. That's the armadillos. The oh shit. What movie was that? Necessary Roughness.
Oh man.
I know. I'm taking it way back, people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always I do it every time I think about something. It's like way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, like Knight Rider and fucking, you know,
Yeah.
Street Hawk.
Every month we a big group of ours, we used to work together at our old company. We all remained friends after we left there, and this has been we've been working 4 years now. Every month we all meet at somebody's house for a party, and this month we're going up to Michigan.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a little New Year's party.
Nice. I'm trying to see if I can get like people from podcasts and we try to meet up like somewhere. I mean, for me, I would like to try to do it somewhere in New York, maybe, you know, like Long Island wise. And I know people are gonna have to take a plane, but I don't know if they want to do that. You know, if you take a ride or something, you know, hey, we just go to a coffee shop. It's
Yeah.
like one of those just like a person that you haven't seen in so long, and then you just meet like at some kind of diner or coffee shop, and we all just sit there, and then and the waitress going like, "What the fuck's going on here?" It's
Right.
like, how many people? 25. Yeah. It's like, wait, what? We don't have the capacity for that. Do you have your masks? Yeah. It's like, no, we're vaccinated, fuckers. Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, that's like that could be a sore subject as of this too. So certain people will be like, no, we're not, no. But anyway, I'm not getting political, so let's not do that. But anything you want to plug, like your show?
I mean, we'll always plug the Dilfs podcast for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Our handle is obviously Dilfs Cast. It's pretty easy. And we're the dudes in long flannel shirts.
Yeah, and you got me, Tattoo Squid Podcast. You can look for me. You can go to Linktree, linktr.ee/, well, just slash, whatever, like they do with we call Conan O'Brien. Hey, they got Slash, the guitarist, and put his face on there. Anyway, slash Tattoo Squid Podcast. Every link that you can think of: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, what the hell is that one? Oh, Twitch, YouTube, and then you go to YouTube, and you can go to the merch site too. Check that out, see what you can do. And then I was gonna play the Looney Tunes thing, but I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. But fuck it, we call it the Looney Tunes a little bit. And then so my next date thing would be shit, I don't even know. Well, I'll find out on the schedule. Like I said, my shit's like all over the place, so it could be like, because when I do an episode like this, is going to be like for today, but like the other episode, I would go and do it, and it'd be like in a couple weeks, and then I always got something for every week, so it's not like don't have any content stuff. It's like there, so I'm like I'm like 2 months ahead.
Nice.
I try to keep busy, and even my girlfriend's like, she's like, holy shit, it's like you're like way ahead. I'm like, yeah, just I mean, like you guys, you would go and do something like, say, for Christmas, or do something for even though you guys have like about 4 or 5 episodes in, you're always getting close to, like, say, Christmas or a certain date, like, oh, you do it like, say, on Sunday or whatever, and then it's out there by Tuesday or something.
Pretty much. Yeah. We try to record on Sundays.
Yeah. And then I try doing like, I'll record it, but then it'll be like 3 or 4 weeks after, because I'm going in order of what I did. So but if it's something that somebody wants me to, like, hey, we're trying to promote this, can you just come out earlier, then I'll do that. So folks, if you want to be on the show, email tattoo-squid at gmail.com. That's TATOSQUID at gmail.com, or just DM me, as we call it, this direct message.
I would highly recommend getting on the show, because he is an absolutely amazing host. So
thank you.
I felt very welcomed. So thank you.
I mean, at least I'm not boring people.
No, God, no.
Not boring as it is. And then after you go,
alrighty then.
So, but I didn't do the Red Man one. But anyway, but that's for another time, people. But let's get down to the Looney Tunes for a little bit, and then so everybody have a good night. Just check me on social media for different things that comes up, and thank you, Ty, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to talk to Ty a little bit after. I mean, just in like a minute or two after the Looney Tunes things is over, and So, all right, now everybody have a good day. I mean, good night, or yeah, it's really dark. But
Yeah.
so